Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Christmas week of 2023, where I take you behind the scenes this crazy week before Christmas. So, today is day 6, and we are going to be baking pretty much all day. I have some cinnamon rolls that I wanted to make, as well as some butter horns for Christmas Day. So, we're going to get started on that right away and try to get this done as soon as possible. We are going to start with butter horns. I'm assuming everyone knows what butter horns are. They're kind of like dinner rolls, but they're the ones that are rolled up, kind of like crescent rolls. They're super buttery and so soft and delicious. And I'm going to heat my milk and then add in butter as well as some sugar, and then that needs to cool down to room temperature. And in this other container, I'm mixing some water as well as my yeast together and then letting that set as well. While that is setting and the milk is cooling off, I'm going to mix together my cinnamon rolls, and I did 2 batches just because I wanted to have plenty over the weekend, and then we can always use them later. I love to freeze these to have later on. So once I had the cinnamon rolls mixed up, I'm just putting it out into a greased bowl to let it rise. And then I also went ahead and mixed up my butter horns and everything. I didn't film all the mixing together because it's kind of repetitious and it's basically the same thing. And then I just put everything out to rise. It was about this time that Lamar came home with his new toy, his skid loader. He brought that home. It was in the shop, and we are both looking forward to getting some work done around the house with that thing. Next, we are just cleaning up the kitchen while our dough is rising, getting everything put in the dishwasher, getting the dishwasher started, and just kind of trying to clean up as we go. And I'm going to go ahead and move my decorations in the corner over so that I can have this whole counter space to roll out my cinnamon rolls. And after I put down flour on the countertop, I'm just putting out my dough, and then we're going to roll it out. These cinnamon rolls will probably be served Christmas morning for kind of a breakfast, brunch. Not exactly sure what time we'll eat, but kind of just have a lazy morning, so it'll probably be a little later when we eat. And now we are moving to our butter horns. I'm just smashing these down and then we'll let them rise again. Then I wanted to head down to the basement to our second fridge and get that thing cleaned out and just go through everything. We're going to need a little extra fridge space probably over Christmas. So I just wanted to clear this out and give us a little extra room. And I was going to put the butter up here on top, but then I decided to move it down. I like to be able to send one of the kids down if I need something really quick, and I thought if I put it down here, they'll be able to reach it a little bit better. And we don't normally have all this meat out in the fridge, but the ham is for Christmas, of course, and then the brisket, Lamar wants to make that on the grill for Christmas as well, so we're going to have lots of good meat on Christmas Day. Now that the fridge is done, it feels so good to have that done, and my butter horns were ready to be rolled out. So I'm just dividing this dough into two, and then I'll go ahead and just sprinkle the countertop again with flour pretty generously, and then we'll go ahead and roll this out into a big circle. Now I like mine pretty thin, just because that way there's lots of rolls, and being you spread the butter, as you see me brushing the butter on here, the thinner it is, the more layers you have, and the more of that butter that you have in your butter horns then after they're done. And then just cutting them, I usually cut them into, I think it's 16, just cut into pie shapes. And then to start rolling, you just start from the largest end, roll down to the point. And now that I'm starting to bake my cinnamon rolls, I'm going to go ahead and get the frosting started. This is a caramel frosting, so I need to boil together my milk, butter, and brown sugar. And then we'll set that aside to let it cool down a little bit. And I ran out of pans, so I had to leave these butter horns set for a little bit longer until I had a pan. Once a pan of cinnamon rolls was done baking, then I had a pan. I definitely need a couple more sheet pans, I think, especially when I'm baking for a holiday like this. But anyways, no worries, we got the pan. The butter horns were okay to just set for a little bit, so we got those rolled out, and we'll get those put on the second pan. And then once the cinnamon rolls were out, I went ahead and mixed in my powdered sugar in my frosting mixture once it had cooled down a little bit. And then the cinnamon rolls are ready to frost. And I like to frost them when they're just a little bit warm yet. And then we'll go back to cleaning up here on the countertop. I'm just cleaning up, trying to get it cleaned as we go so it's not so much work once we're all done. And then when I moved my decorations back over here in the corner, my tree fell and broke. But no worries, it's no big loss. It's just a little decoration. So I just rearranged it and put this little basket over here just to finish off this corner. Put the first pan of butterhorns in the oven, and then those will bake for about 17 minutes. I needed a cup of coffee, a little boost here, so we're going to make a cup of some iced coffee. And I always use oat milk for my iced coffee, it just settles with me better. Our first pan of butterhorns are done and they're just lightly browned, and then we'll go ahead and brush some melted butter on top. And I did have to taste one just to make sure they were good, and they were delicious. And now comes the tedious part to wrap all of the cinnamon rolls. I usually just wrap them all individually, that way you can get one out of the freezer if you want. So this takes some time, but it makes it really nice when you're getting them out of the freezer then. And then for the butterhorns, I also put these on a pan and just flash froze them just for a couple hours, just till they were good and frozen. And then I'll put these into big gallon-sized bags, and then you can get out 1 or 20, however many you need. You can just get some out, and they're really nice this way. And then I'll just keep them frozen until Christmas Day, and then they'll be really nice and soft. Now we are on to wrapping Christmas gifts. So we are not ones to go over the top, get big, giant Christmas gifts. We would personally rather spend more on birthday gifts than Christmas gifts, but we do like to give them Christmas gifts. We did a lot of books this year just because they're kind of growing out of a lot of the books that they have. Of course, Weston, he needed some more baby books, so we got him a couple hard books that he can look at. There's a stack of these that are more Christmas books, so I'm going to just give those together. And then the rest of these, I'll kind of separate them into a pile for Chloe and then one for Jameson. So for Chloe, we got her this little microphone. She loves to sing, so I thought that would be perfect for her. Also this diamond painting kit, that is so neat to do. And then we got Jameson a watch, as well as this little tool set. He loves to work with tools and things, so this was a perfect gift for him. And then for Weston, I found these cute little shoes. They're made for like when they're starting to walk, so I thought these would be perfect for him, and they're super cute. Another thing that I got for kind of all of the kids was these walkie-talkies. There's 3 of them, that way I can talk to them if they're outside as well, check up on them. And then this super cute game. I thought this looked like so much fun, an outdoor game to play. So we're going to go ahead and just get started wrapping the gifts, starting with our biggest and heaviest one, and keep going with Jameson's gifts, and then just get them wrapped. And I can't show you what I got Lamar because I'm not exactly sure. We may not be opening our gifts until after Christmas, and he watches my videos, so I can't give too much of a spoiler on what I got for him. A couple more things we got for Weston was this cute little tractor, and then also a little toy phone. He loves phones, so this was perfect. And then I almost forgot, I got Chloe and Jameson a Yeti. These are a little bit smaller than the ones that I sell. Those are just kind of big, so I got these smaller ones. I thought these would be perfect for them. And then I can also personalize them if they want me to put their name on it or something like that. So here's our Christmas gifts already wrapped and ready to go. I can't wait to see the kids open their gifts and just to watch their faces. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for coming along with me through this week. I'm not exactly sure when my next video will be, but I will see you then. Bye.